Hey everybody, this is Dave Cathy here at the Oklahoman studios in the lovely podcast studio located on Main Street over here with chefs Kurt Fleischfresser and Kevin Lee. Guys, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and I wish we were here under better circumstances. We had planned to do this a while back and talk about a big fun trip you guys had, but unfortunately had some really tragic news occur yesterday with the loss of Chef Chad Epley, who you guys obviously knew really well. Obviously, so sorry about this news, and we just wanted to talk a little bit about Chad today, if that's okay with you.
Sure. I mean, it's devastating, and his career was so promising. He was going to be one of the chefs that is going to, you're going to write your book about 20 years from now.
Right.
He would have his own chapter, and you know, for him to come so far, I mean, Kevin and I known him a long time, but you know, he was kind of a young, squirrely punk when I first met him, and I couldn't be more proud of somebody and how far they came and their accomplishments and just balancing out being a leader and taste and artistry and really good business sense at the same time. I mean, it's just tragic.
And Kevin, you hired him, right, at Vast?
Yes. So when I first came up to Vast, I brought Chad with me. He really started out as a line cook and really proved himself over the years, step by step, and became the executive chef of Vast when I left. And he was more like a little brother to me. So it's heartbreaking for me and for a lot of people, because he was like a brother to a lot of people, not just myself. And seeing him grow so much and seeing him finally reach his dreams of becoming a chef at Vast, and it was just so tragic to see him gone at such an early age. But one thing I could say is that he left a great legacy behind, and he will be missed. But I think his energy and his love and passion for being in the kitchen will stay all at Vast for a long time, just because the vibe he set, the culture he set, up there. I couldn't have accomplished anything I have throughout my career without Chad. I mean, Chad was my right hand man, and he was there with me step by step. Vast wasn't always the smoothest kitchen in the world, and him and I were the original two who went up there to fix it together. So
it's really busy up there too. I mean, this starts at 5 and it doesn't get over till almost midnight. So it's a long line shift anyway.
Yeah.
And I think what Kevin said about passion is, I mean, that's it. I mean, when you're just dragging, you look over and he's smiling and still going after it. I mean, that's you can't replace that. I mean, that's
right. It's a tough one. I only met Chad a couple of times at the ORA competition, but the passion came through on the plate. He did really well. We were talking about this before. You could sort of recognize through that competition. You could sort of recognize the track he was on as a guy who was going to win it. It was just a matter of time.
Well, and competition isn't exactly the best place for Chad to shine, because he wasn't as worried about himself as he was everybody else. So, when he's doing his recipes and he's doing things, I mean, he's thinking about the whole group. And who wouldn't want a leader like that, and who wouldn't want to work with somebody like that doesn't have to have the spotlight. He just wants to be a great part of a great thing, and he was.
Well, so, Kurt, I mean, it's a difficult situation that the kitchen at Vast is in now. So how do you guys move forward? How does it work?
That's a good question. This is all unraveling. I mean, it's Chad leaves a great legacy. I mean, he's got a lot of people. He and Paul picked out a couple of sous chefs were not Paul Langer, and Paul will definitely step up, and he will be able to. I mean, he'll be able to do the job. But the two guys that we have behind, Diego and Zach, are guys they picked, and the guys they work with, and the guys they brought along. So I think they'll rise to the occasion, and I think his legacy will grow, because he set a tone that we're going to follow up there. So
yeah, well, that's, I mean, at the end of the day, that's all that we can do, and obviously our heart goes out to his family. I mean, it's going to be a very difficult time for them, and they're going to need the support not only of family but of friends and the community as well.
Well, and as he was close with his Vast family, he was, I mean, just a great family guy. His brothers and his brother and sister, and his folks, and I mean, he was a very passionate about those relationships, and everybody was family to him. So it was really, this is a great loss. I mean,
it is, and it's a story that's going to be ongoing for a little while, and the local chefs community is going to have to stick together on this one, as they already are. And then, as I know,
we're getting calls about what can we do, where can we take the food, and everybody is stepping up. And like I said, I can't think of one person that didn't get along with Chad, honestly.
Yeah, very bright kid, very positive. A lot of good energy come from him. And,
I mean, I got an email during lunch from. I sent him up to Minneapolis to help them with opening up there, and he was up there for 4 days. And I don't think he hardly slept. He was in there just cranking out, and the chef just was dumbfounded. I mean, met him 4 days and was blown away.
Wow. Well, it's a big loss for the community, and our hearts go out to the chefs community here and to the Epley family. And with that, just like to say, stick together, everybody. Love each other, and don't take it for granted, because it can be gone really quick.
Live it to the fullest. He did.